Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. And we are back as every week with a new live webinar this time because we will see together how you can add as many details as you want to your floor plans. So I will give you guys a couple of seconds to join me. You can also let us know where are you watching from. So it's always nice to see all the different time zones where we're, let's say, in and where we're connected from. And I will then take my tablet in a couple of seconds so we can start and see how to start creating a project from scratch just using our visuals. So starting with photos, for example, then I will show you everything step by step. You also see a 360 camera near my shoulder because we're going to use it in some minutes also. So, and then we will also see how to add photos, videos, 360 images to a floor plan that we created. So we will see a couple of things. Let's take my tablet, I would say. So I can also share my screen with you guys. Let me do like this. Okay, so you should be able to see what I see, but if I see it, you guys will see it too, I hope. Okay, little important note. If you have any questions, write them down in the comment. If you're watching the replay, you can write them under the video. It's absolutely fine. I will get back to you. Okay, so I leave the comment section open so I can also see if you guys write something. So let's start with a brand new project. I start with the plus, right? So we tap on it and we create a brand new project. As you can see, it's perfectly empty. We don't start with the first section where we normally start when we do our getting started, for example. Let's start from the photo section. So I will tap on the plus and you can decide if you're on site, you will select camera. Probably if you're somewhere else and you already have the photos, you can also upload them from the library. Let's see both. I will start with the camera and I'm going to take a picture like this, okay? Let's say that we have some water leaks up there. Now, I have the photo. You can see it in on the left that it has been saved. I'm going to tap on next so I can go in the editor. At this point, if you're happy, you tap on save all right away. If you want to do any changes, you have the options at the bottom, right? So, for example, we could select markup, give it a sec, and it opens the editor. So I could say, look, the water leak is here. Okay. I have the option to redact the photo. I could say I have something sensitive that I don't want to display here in this corner. Faces, for example. Once you're happy with everything that you edited, then in the upper right corner, you tap on done and save all. And the photo will be here. The other way around, if you want to upload a photo from your library, you simply tap on the plus, as we did, and select the other option, photo library. Let's select an image with, here, we have some water damages, add. Same procedure. If we're happy with that, we save all, okay, and we have it here. However, you can go back to your photos later at any point and you can edit them. So now if I would say, I did want to add something to my photo, I simply select it. At the top, you see edit, right? And we're back here. So no problem. We can do the same thing. We can add annotation. We could also fine tune the photo here, right? Saturation, everything that you do with the regular photo editor. Okay, we tap on done and it has been saved. Okay, so now we added a photo that we took on site, a photo that we added from the library. Now I would say that we could also add a video. This is a, let's say, brand new feature because we launched it just some months ago. We do the same thing. We tap on the plus, we select camera again, and you see at the bottom on the right side that you have the option to change from photo to video. I tap on it and I can record up to 5 minutes, but you can record as many videos as you want. It's just a little, let's say, limit, otherwise the video it's a bit too heavy. Okay, I tap on the red dot and I can also talk. So I could say up there in the upper right corner or left corner, depending on the side, I have some water damages that needs to be fixed. Then here near the air con, everything looks fine, and we could go ahead and say something that's relevant for our video, right? And we tap on stop once we're done. Okay, the video has been saved. I tap on next and I have it here. We cannot add markups on the video because it's a different format, of course, but here we have the caption at the bottom that we could edit, and we could write down recording room video. Okay, so we can remember later if we have more videos which one is representing what. Okay, I tapped on done, yeah, to save it. And I can do save all, okay? Once I see my video here, I can also review it. So I can tap on it, I can do play. And if I turn on the volume, you should also hear my voice. Let me see, where is the volume? It was working perfectly before. Okay. Let me see. I think because it's connected with my computer. Okay, it doesn't mind, but you can try it in your app and you will see that once you tap on play, if you talk in your video, you will hear it because it was perfectly working 1 minute ago. So it's just because the audio is going out there. So you cannot hear it in my microphone. Okay, let's see another thing that we mentioned at the beginning, 360 camera. We have it here. I position it in front of me because I need to see something. I'm gonna explain everything. So I turn it on already. So you will see the video that will light up. Okay, perfect. I do the same thing that we did to add any kind of visual information. I tap on the plus on photos. I select camera, and here at the bottom on the right side, still we have 360 and we select it. Now, no panic. We see that no camera has been found, but just because I unlinked this camera so we can see how it is the very first time that you start using a 360 camera. We do connect camera. This is a Ricoh 360. Then you see the instructions, right? You have to insert the code that it's under the camera. So I'm gonna insert the code right away. We can start using it. 10. Okay, perfect. Done and connect. Join. Give it a second so that it can connect to the camera. Then the second time that you will use it, or the third time when you use it afterward, it will be automatically connected, but we will see it also in a couple of minutes. So I will start using Theta X, and you can see the entire room here. I can also move a bit farther away, and I tap on the white dot. Okay, you've probably heard the noise because it's normally gets recognized by the microphone, even if it's a bit farther away. And you see still the miniature, so the photo has been taken. I tap on next. And voila, we can take a look. We tap on play, and we can also see everything from the ceiling to the floor, right? So all the details are listed here, and you see it's a 360 photo, right? We tap on the X because we're happy with that. We can do the same thing that we did for the regular photos. We could edit the image, right? Here, same thing. We could add something here. We have the markup, we have the redact. If I want, I don't know, to hide myself, for example, and to add some like annotations. We said we have the water damages here. I do like a little, let me undo. It's a bit, no, it's a bit better. Little arrow, and I tap on done. Okay, save all. Perfect. You see that every kind of, let's say, image or video or 360 image has something to identify if it's something different than a regular image, right? So you see the difference here. Okay, now we added all the visual information, everything that we needed here. Now I can go on see all, and here we can export our files. So you saw that we didn't create any room, we didn't add a floor plan, but we don't need it. Maybe some of you, I know that some of you don't need to add a floor plan, so we can just use the visuals. We tap on the export toggle, upper right corner. If you see this message, no panic, it's just because the camera is still connected here and it has some kind of its own Wi-Fi, right? So we need to connect to the regular rooms, to the regular Wi-Fi. So let me go back in here and see that I'm connected with magicplan. Okay, should be fine now. Let me do that again. Voila, now it's in the right page. So here we have three options. We can export a web gallery. Let's do that. We call it test 1, done, and publish to web. So you can also see the difference in 1 sec, right? Give it a moment, because we have the images, the video, the 360 image. If you guys have any questions, write them down, because I see that we have no questions for now, so just in case. Okay, so here we have it, the web gallery. So you can see that you can, of course, share it with colleagues, friends, clients, right? And they can also see the same thing. So you can see here we have our 360 image. We can tap on it, we can play, and we can take a look at the image, right? Then we can go back and we could also watch the video. I'm not opening maybe everything, but we have the images. One is up there and the other one is down here. And maybe I just go back here. Okay, once we're back to this overview, we could also see if we export a PDF, we can call it test 2. So we have the difference name later, done. And here you can also see that you can change something, right? You can personalize the export also. I didn't mention it a second ago. I mentioned it right now. So you can change the page size, the rows per sheet. And here you can decide if you would like, for example, to show some extra photo infos or deactivate something. Okay. We can leave, I don't know, created by. Let's leave it on, generate PDF. Also give it a second. If you have a lot of picture, because I know that some of you guys also have 70, 100 photos per project, wait a second because they're heavier, right? So just so that you know. Okay, now we have our PDF. You can see here the videos and 360 images will still be interactive, which means that if I select it, let's select the video this time just to change. Everyone that will get this document will be able to see all the material that you added to the flow plan. Okay, so you see that it's working, right? Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna close the window here. And okay, we also have a QR code just in case you didn't see it. So I'm making it a bit bigger so you see that we also have that. If you want, just to mention, okay, let me show one last thing. Then I tell you what I wanted to say, if you want. So we have also the option to export 360 tours directly from here, okay? So it's still the same export toggle. I can also go back and tap it again. Voila, so we have 360 tour. And this option will only appear if you added some 360 images, right? Don't worry if you tap on the export toggle and you don't see it available. It's just because you didn't add 360 photos yet. Once you add one 360 image, then it will generate, or it will be available there. I just leave it as my new project. You also have some info that you can use to personalize it and publish 360 tour. Give it also a second. Now it's just a 360 image, so it's quick, right? And here we go. If you have more 360 images, they will all be listed here on the left side, right? You can hide the little menu or you can leave the miniatures on and you can still see all the details, right? Okay, I just go back here. The thing that I wanted to mention before was that if you like to export, for example, report PDFs, you do not have a floor plan, but you can still do that. So if you tap on the export toggle here on the main project page, you can generate a report PDF too. I know that we do not have like an address, but if you add an address, you will also have the little map here in the upper right corner, and then you have all your images, videos, 360 images also listed here if you prefer to use this format. Okay, perfect. Do we have any questions until now, or everyone is happy? I'm checking. No, we have no questions for now. Okay, perfect. Then I would say let's exit. Of course, you will find all the exported formats down here, right? In the files section. As usual, every file, every exported format that you generate will be listed down here. Okay, so you will not miss anything. Everything stays together. Let's go back to the main page. By the way, the miniature of this project will stay like this because we didn't draw a floor plan. But now let's create a new project. Create. And I quickly create this room where I'm currently in. So let's say that we're here at the third floor. I do it with the corner, so I'm quickly done. Let's add a room with add square room, and we can say that we are here in the shared office. Okay, I can make it a bit more rectangular, perhaps. I can also add a door, so it looks like a real room, not like a cube. Hinge door. Okay, we position it down here, and okay, let's leave it like this. Now we have the office. We could also add all the furniture, everything that we would like to add, but I wanted to show you something different. We could add photos from here as we did before, for example. So let's just add a photo of some water damages. We one thing that I didn't mention before, because we didn't have a floor, a room, anything. Once you have a floor plan with 1, 2 more floors, you can decide at what level you would like to attach your photo. You see here, the app is asking attach photo to project level, or we say, you know what, let's add it to the third floor inside the shared office and save all. Okay, so you can change the the level where you would like to add the photo. But you can also go inside the floor and then inside the room, for example, and from the info section in the photos and notes, you see that we have the photo that we just added in, let's say, from the main page, right? But we can still tap on the plus, and let's say we do camera and we just take a photo here. Okay, we tap on next. And we can do the same thing, right? We could edit the photo. Let's do like this. Okay, just to use a bit of all the options that we have. Tap on done. Okay, save all. Perfect. So we added the photo from the info section. Another thing that you could also do once you're in your room, right? We select it. We tap on insert object. Then we have the beautiful category called annotations. We tap on it, and I should tap on it if I say tap on it. Okay. And we have the photo object. So we can add it and say, look, I'm going to add the damage. The photo of the damage is representing that specific corner. So here I can double tap on the object, then the info section for the photo object itself opens. I tap on photos and notes, and I can add a photo of the damage like this. Add. Okay, I'm not going to edit it. I'm just leaving it there. So you see the difference, right? You still add your photo, video, 360 image, whatever you would like to add, all three options. You can decide then the level of, let's say, precision, but the level where you would like to add them, right? So once you're here, you will just see the 2 photos that we added to the room. Once you select the object, you will see the photo that you added directly there. Okay, so don't worry if you don't see them listed all together in one page. They will all be saved though. Okay, let's see if we would like to add a video. I'm just going out to go back in. We could do the same thing that we did before, like adding a video directly from here, from the camera option. It will also ask where I would like to attach the video at. So I could say 3rd floor, inside the shared office, and I can say video and say, okay, you can do like this and say this is the video that we're doing to record the water damages. Now we have some water leak in the lower right corner near the TV behind the lamp, and we also have some water leak at the top on the ceiling. Okay, just like that as an example, of course. Let's tap on next and save all. Okay, if you don't want to do it from here, same thing that we did before, we enter the floor. We could also say stay here at this level and add it at the floor level, but normally if you want to, let's say, display the damage of a specific room, you can go inside the room. You see that the video that we added from the photo section is here, but you could also say, you know what, I would like to also add a 360 panorama while we're inside the room. Fine. So let's say camera 360. Now let's do reconnect. I don't know if it's still on or if it turned off. Let me see. Now it's on. Okay, let me see. Give it a sec that I just check. Okay, it's back. Connect, join. Let's wait a moment. Sometimes it's quicker, sometimes it's slower, depending. Now we have a lot of things connected, so it takes some seconds more. Perfect. So now you see what the camera is seeing, right? We can also go a bit farther away. We tap on the white dot. Okay, so you've heard the noise, I think. Give it a sec. Now the photo has been saved. I tap on next. Now we see it here, right? We can also take a look. Okay, we're happy. Save all. Voila, everything is here inside our room. And then it works the same, right? So in this case, maybe let me do one interesting thing. Let's just add, let me see if I can add a random address. Let's say New York. I don't know if it lets me add just the city like that, but we can try. Just add the city, maybe. New York. Done. Save. Okay. Now we can tap on the export toggle for the report PDF. Same thing as before. If you see that we're offline, no panic, just go back. You can also turn off the camera if you prefer. And we connect back to the magicplan Wi-Fi. Okay, should be fine. Let me go back here. Okay, perfect. Now I tap on the export toggle and I generate a report PDF. But maybe one little note, if we tap on the 3 little lines for the configuration menu near report PDF, I can also go down here because here you can see that we have something new, include attachments. So you see here that you have photos and videos, and you can decide if you do not want to add everything to the report PDF. You could also say, okay, I would like to include photos and 360 images, no videos, okay? Or saying just videos and nothing else. Or if you save the recording while you scan your room, you could say scan recordings, okay? I know not all of you guys use this because of privacy reason, and we understand that, but if you want to include it, you can. Okay, now I leave all 3 options on. I tap on done to save my preferences and I generate a report PDF. Still Give it a second. You guys have no questions. Good. Hope everything is clear. So now you see that we have our project. We still don't have the map because I just added as a location New York. We didn't write down a, a block or a specific road, but if you add a specific address, the map will pop out. But now you see the little difference, right? So now we have the floor plan. It's just one room, but still we have the floor plan here. And then we have all the visuals attached. You can make them bigger. Now I have a medium size of the photos. You can make them smaller or also bigger than this. So we have here the photos, and as we saw before, the photos and the 360 photos and the videos will be interactive. So meaning that if I select, as an example, the 360 panorama, I tap on it, I can see everything. Okay, perfect. Now let's go back here. The same thing that we did before can also work here with the floor plan. We go on see all for the photo section, and we have here our photos, videos, 360 panoramas listed. If we tap on select, we didn't do it before, but we're doing it now. So I'm not showing you everything twice. I tried to show everything, but step by step. And here we can say, you know what? I would like to select 1, 2, 3. Okay, the last one, I don't need it. And here we have some interesting options. We can move them here. You see the options. This card changes. You can save them to your device directly. And let me show you also the other option again. You can export them directly here. So you selected these 3 and you say, I'm good to go. Export it, please, as a web gallery or PDF. And then you are good to go. Okay, I would say that now we saw all the options that we have here in the app. I see that you guys have no comments for now. Sorry, my tablet rotates by itself. Okay, perfect. So we could also take a look at the magicplan cloud, so we can also see from there how it is. So I'm just going here into cloud.magicplan.app, just here. Okay. Now you can see that we have the project that we just created, right? So we have this one, which is empty because we didn't, like, the thumbnail is empty because we didn't add a floor plan, but we have our images and etc. And we have the other one with the office. I know that you guys see this update available down there, but I'm not tapping on it because we're live right now and everything is connected. I don't want it to jump, to leave me alone. So let's select this project without the thumbnail to see how we can work with our visuals. So we can tap on see all here. And it doesn't want to show them. Let me see it again. Okay, we can see it's always beautiful when we're live because it's not always working as we want. Okay, let me just go back here. Let me go back to the one with the floor plan. So if we tap on this, let me see. Okay, see the beautiful thing when we are live. Give it a moment. Preparing the project. Let's see what happens. Now it's there. Okay, perfect. Now we can select the floor as we did for any other project, I would say, right? We can tap here on the export toggle and we can export here our, for example, PDF. Okay, we could also export another format, right? But it's just the one that we used before. And you see that we can also work directly from here. So if we are on a desktop computer, we can work from that. Now, let me just go back here. Just want to go here to my project. Let's take this other one, for example. If I go here into the photos, I tap on see all. Okay, perfect. Now it's connecting with everything. Thank you, tablet. So here we also have the new option to select the photos, videos, and what we would like to include directly from here. Okay, so you have the option to export the photos or download them, and you do not have to select them all. You can also do select all, right? Now deselect all, tap on done. And here we can also take a quick look at the other toggles. Here you can see also a pretty new option. So you can decide if you want to group the photos by floor or date created. You see that they change a bit depending on when you created them. And you can also sort them by newest to oldest or the other way around, oldest to newest. Okay, perfect. And then we can here decide to download all the media as a zip file or do what we did before to download our images. Okay, I think that we saw a lot today. So I'm not going to add more details to our live. Let me go back to you guys. Do we have any final questions, doubts, anything? Still, if you watch this webinar while we're not live anymore, you can write down all the doubts that can come to your mind. I know that there are a lot of toggles, a lot of functionalities, but it's pretty simple actually, because it's always the same pattern, right? You can start from the photo section, you can start with a floor plan or drawing a floor plan and then adding photos or videos or 360 panoramas or all three options, but then it's all, let's say, with the same, yes, it's a linear process, I would say. Okay, I see that we do not have questions or doubts. So thank you so much for your time. And thank you also, Fernando, that's behind the camera. So we will see each other next week with a new live webinar with me and Ben. But I will put it like live in a couple of days. So you can also add or tap on the little bell and you will not miss it. As I always say at the end of our videos, thank you again. And depending on the time zone where you are, I wish you a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening.